Right, new week, new theme, Bohemian or Boho. So I actually looked it up on where's this one? Cambridge English Dictionary. A Bohemian, a person who is interested in artistic and unusual things, for example, art, music or literature. That's not unusual. For me, that's the norm. Anyway, and lives in an informal way that ignores the usually accepted ways of behaving. I think we all pretty much comply to the accepted norms, apart from art. And art is where you can do what you like, as you like, in my opinion. Right, first of all, so that's the theme anyway. There you go, there's a bit of background, bit of culture. What have I got here? I have got some interfacing. It's just, in the UK, this is what I've used in dressmaking, so it's like a fabric system. And I've been having a play around, and it makes some wonderful painted fabric. It's so easy to paint. I'm just going to cut some off that. And then I think I might actually cut this into two. And I have got, so you've got the shiny side, it's just an iron-on, there we go. It's just an iron-on fabric system, basically, but it is a woven fabric. So, paints. I have Liquitex Basics. This one is quinacridone magenta. I have my very favourite blue versus, so it's a blue-green iridescent, posh name for it. Pale gold, which is another metallic, same as that one, and Flato green. And so I've been looking at Bohemian stuff, and it's bright. It's very bright. So I'm thinking, right, so sorry you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just actually squeezing off and squeezing out some paint that I want to use to actually paint this fabric. I don't know how much is left in this one. Oh, not much. And then I'm just going to give them, I found for me it was best if they were watered down a bit. And then I am going to actually spray this fabric. Oops. Oh, come on, water spray bottle. Don't let me down. Okay, and then wet paintbrush. So if I bring this over a bit, you can actually see what I'm doing. And it's brilliant. I've had so much fun with this afternoon. I did actually try it. The one thing I like about this, what I've been doing these last few weeks, this 100-day challenge, it really has. I really have stepped out of my comfort zone, and I really have tried so many new things. Some of which I've enjoyed, some of which I haven't. I will be honest about that. Okay, let's go in with some of this. That's a bit too... I forgot metallics are a lot thicker than normal paint, shall we say. Let's try and lift a bit of the blue. And then maybe just a bit of green at the bottom. I love this green. but it can be a bit too overpowering. I'm not worried about blending it in, doing anything. I quite like the different streaks of colours in it. Let's put a bit up here. And how about a bit of red? Oh, this really is the colours of the rainbow, isn't it? And maybe a bit more blue. Let's move that out of the way. And then for the gold. Now the gold I found is best put on last and not blended, because I love the streaks that it gives. And this bohemian theme, when I've looked at it properly, and when you look at the ladies and even the men, when they're all dressed up, they do have their gold on. So gold seems to be a big theme. You can always, if it looks a bit too much, just brush it out a bit. Yeah, I like that, but I think that's a bit dark down this end. So let's add a bit of blue to it. Just lighten it up a touch. Yep. So there we have, if I can, ooh! Then we have a piece that I will take outside and I will dry. So I will be right, actually, let me just move that somewhere. Now, all this lovely colour. So, baby white. So of course my brain then starts thinking, whoa, what else can be done with this? I love this. This is just so much fun. And that, when that's dried, that baby wipe, those are so thick. And I've actually got some that I've done already. Although this one has turned out much nicer. And I'm thinking, it's perfect. Well, I'm planning on making a couple of things with the baby wipe because they are so thick. Now, if like me you think that's a bit dark, I'm just going to go in with a bit of gold. Just maybe lighten it up a touch. And then a bit of blue up here perhaps. You could just do this forever. I know that's certainly what I was playing with when I was all this morning. No, I know that looks a bit of a mess at the moment, but honestly, that will look. Let's just add a bit more solid colour. There we go. It does look a right mess, but it will be fine. Honestly, it will be fine. Right, I'm going to go and let these dry, and then I will be back. Hey everyone, right, my fabric has dried, and I had a sudden thought. I was wrong. I was playing around with the baby wipe after I stopped filming, and I thought, it's very uninspiring. So I thought, ooh, let's jazz it up a bit. So, with a can of stick and spray, and well, I did wonder about gilding plates, and I've got some actual sheets, you know, fake gold leaf, and it actually turns it into something which I think is really, really appropriate for this boho stuff. So let's show you. I'm going to do it on a smaller sheet because I want these as an accent. So this is the big sheet that I painted yesterday, and I'm loving that. I think that's the back side of it, and it's yeah, so useful for pockets, purses, that type of thing. So let's make this into something we can use. Right, this stuff goes everywhere, this stick and spray stuff. Mind you, so does the gold leaf. Right, I'm gonna turn away. I haven't covered it all. I'm going to leave that for a minute just to set, and then I am going to try and wash it all off my fingers, because otherwise the gold leaf just sticks to your fingers. Oh, teeth out. Okay, let's have a play. So I bought this great big pack from Amazon. Where else? That's where everything comes from. 3 different colours. So there's silver, a bright gold, and like this old gold, I suppose. I genuinely don't remember. So very, very thin, flimsy sheets. I'm just literally going to, because it won't stick everywhere. So let's just try and cover it. I might actually sort of make this into one video, and then so I try and tear off the big bits because these then go back into my little tub of gilding plates. Waste not, want not, as they say. And then I'm afraid it's as vicious as, or as simple as rubbing it all off until you get your desired effect. So I'll rub this and I'll be back in a minute. Right, there we have a sheet. I'll try and save some of these bits. It does go everywhere. It really does. But not as bad as the clothes. Right. close those up because they have a habit of going everywhere. Now if you have bits, like I found I had sort of odd bits, I just ran my nail over the top just to sort of get off. If it was a bit too thick, but if I didn't like certain bits, if you fetch off too much, you can always add a little dab of glue onto it. I quite like that. So it looks worn without looking right. All this stuff. So there has to be a use. See, I know there was a reason why I bought this stuff about 3 years ago. Okay, now that is then ready to turn into whatever you want it to be. Although, believe me, you will be picking at it like I am. That is much better than that. I like that. Okay, now I've got some. I'd already played around with painting the lining, the interface the other day. And that was one I'd come up with. Now I wanted to make a kind of hanging thing, but it looked very boring on its own. So what I've got are, if I can pick them up, so I've got some photos. The idea, I think, is to sort of make them hanging down, and I've got these weird shaped paper clips. That's better. Not paper clips, safety pins. Andrea from Artie Mays, those came from. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, let's give this a go and see how we get on. Now this stuff does tear. Okay, I've got two pictures, so those two there, and this one is a bit big, I think, for a hanging, although it might just make an embellishment rather than a hanging one. But I'm loath to, I couldn't decide which kid to cut out, so it's like, oh, I'm not going to do either. Okay, let's just make an embellishment. So I want these pieces as the background. Now this stuff is quite the baby wipe is a whole lot thicker than that one. I don't know, do baby wipes tear? Sort of. Okay. I know they clog up drains. Yeah, right. I'll go with that. So that's going to be miles too big. Yeah. Okay, yep, they tear. Not particularly where I wanted it to, but it will. No, do I want that on the top? Oh, I'm liking the way that's looking. Although I was thinking I wanted it to hang down the page. So let's try and make this. Ooh. No, let's go this way. Wasn't this terrible? You can't get it to look. Oh wow, that did. We like that purple at the bottom. Okay. Now, what I have got is some lace. I've got some gold ribbon, which I think I'm going to put over the top. So that can sort of hang on like that. Who knew you could get a baby white to look so good? Now, what I have got is loads of velvets, and so I'm thinking cut a piece of the red out and see where we go. Excuse me, proper fabric scissors. I don't know about you, but I have a pair of scissors that I keep just for fabric, otherwise I trash them. I'm wondering actually if that should be the base. I know I was tearing this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to tear off enough. I don't think I'm going to be able to tear it straight. That's probably the word I'm looking for. So if I turn that piece over, I wanted to add a couple of words, I think, to that. I have clipping stickers, and they are tiny. So I'm thinking, so that says a little bit of everything, and I can cut that up. Let's leave that there then, so I know what I'm doing. And no, I'm not worried about it all being the same length, about it being I wonder. Right, let's try this stuff, assuming I haven't I think I'm going to cut this top piece off. Let's just go around. This is just vintage photo. Just make it a bit darker. So if I put that there, let's glue this bit down. This is about a hanging embellishment. This is turning into a full size thing. This one is. Wow. Okay. Where was I going to put my words? Actually, that'd look right down the bottom. Let's just go around the edge. Well, we have the fabric out. Oh my life, that's the wrong picture. Okay, we'll let that one dry off. That needs something on the top. Yeah, I quite like him, but I don't think it really goes. Do you know what? I've still got some buttons out. Oh, I think that might need some glue on it. No, for once I'm actually going to put it on the right way. That's hot. And then that. Will hang from there. So we have one hanging thing. Who knew that you could do so much with a baby wipe and a bit of I'm loving that gold. Okay, that's one. I think that might need a, oh, I just done with the glue. Just a bit more at the back. That's better. Okay. Actually, that will look just as good as a bookmark, as a hanging embellishment. Maybe it's a little big for a hanging embellishment. Alright, let's try and make a smaller one. Let's go for a little green. I'm deliberately cutting this small so I don't get too carried away. Let's rip this piece in half. That needs making much smaller. That actually looks a bit, let's see. That looks better. Should we be really decadent and layer it up? No, that piece is too nice. So I'm thinking that maybe that is probably, do you remember these things? Oh yeah, okay, right, let's go for this. Ah, sticky mess. So if we put her on a bit of an angle, oh, I've got some silver mixed in with that. I like stuff to overhang. So I think need it to catch. Oh well, if I let's put some glue on this. So I want it to overhang, but also just catch the top of the picture. Too much glue. Now then, do we put okay, I'm not happy with that. Let's cut that one off. That's better. It needs something at the bottom. So do we go for more words? That's actually a picture of Matahari. Oh, there's an appropriate one for Matahari. Magic in Truth. Now I do need this ribbon's a bit thick, but I haven't got any more. Right, I'm thinking if I have two hanging things, so I might need one there. Okay, let's see if this works. That's better. So I've got a pin. So I need one there. And one there. No, I've got to try and get this. Okay, first of all, let's put it down. That looks sort of level. Now I appreciate that these pins are supposed to hang from something, but as the description goes, for Bohemian, think outside the box. I quite like that. I'm always... Right, I've only just realised that my camera had switched off. I found I've got some of these. They are little stone chips. They're for beading, and I think a couple of those on the bottom. So let's go for different colours. They have actually got little holes drilled in them, but I've never used them for that. It just needs something at the bottom and I don't know what. So if we're putting some on there, let's put some on these fellas. So the green, what shows up? Lighter green, maybe. They are tiny, I will say. No, that doesn't show up. How about a white one? Ah, there we go. So the white sort of shows. No, I've not done this before either, so it's like, oh, flipping heck. Where are we going? What are we doing? No, I don't like it there either. Do you know what? I'm going to move that word and pull off some of the gold leaf. Let's put this. This is why my books take so long, because I think I've got it nailed, and then it's like, nah, don't like that. Right, because I think these need to go at the bottom. Okay, that works. Put this in before I... Now then, what do we think? Fabric tack or hot glue? Let's try fabric tack. I need, I think, specialist glue. That I don't have. Oh, I've got it all over me. I think I've just wiped most of that glue off on my finger. Okay, let's try. Now this is going to be painful. Sorry, my fingers are getting in the way. I just... that's the problem with hot glue. There's no... Right, back to the fabric tack. I think I could probably do with using some tweezers. Okay. Oh, they're going to be in. Let's make them a different way round. Oh, this is fiddly. Whose bright idea was this? Okay, which way does that one go? That way. I found that these stones, if you throw them around, they will find their own base. Right, now I'm done. Oh dear, I bet you are so pleased. Stop messing. Right, top on. Okay, 2 hanging things. That one's probably a better size. That one would probably be a whole page embellishment. I don't know, perhaps a bookmark even. Wow. Okay, right. If I zoom in a little bit, you can see better. There we go. Right. Hope you've had a laugh. Onwards and upwards. I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Bye.